Yes. What's going on, man? Right now we're looking at the chart of New Core Steel. N-U-E, New Core Steel. Sup, YouTube, Instagram. See what's going on. It's Friday, man. Let's see. You know what they say, man? Weekends are for getting rich. Oh, wait, I'm the only one that says that. Weekends are for getting rich. So this weekend you get a choice. You can fuck it off, go spend a bunch of money and waste your time. Maybe you need a break, man. Maybe you're tired. Are you tired? Has it been a rough week for you? Do you need to relax? Take it easy. Hang out, spoon with your boys. Is that what you need? Is that what you need this weekend? You need to relax? Maybe take a break? I hope not. But that's always an option. The average American will spend 120 days a year relaxing, taking a break, and then try to understand why he's broke. So we've got a money flow pattern here with Nucor. That's a great example of a stage one. Now, you should be able to see it just fine on Instagram, but to the peeps on YouTube, or YouTube, you should be able to see it fine on Instagram. You know, this was our big stage 4 sell-off, right? Now, I want you to notice something. This is picture perfect. RSI hit extreme. We talk about that all the time. Not technically an extreme, but touch the line. One extreme to another extreme. Completed moves, right? One extreme, next extreme, next extreme. Now what? Now we go to the next extreme. And so you've had this series of completed moves. And that, my friends, forms what we call the money flow. This is a realization that came to me one day playing blackjack after years of studying and courses and mentorships and programs. All of that shit came in one clear picture of how the market actually moves. And that no one actually knows where it's going. And once I realized that, then I'm like, well, shit. If I can't figure out where it's going, how can I take advantage of the volatility? Volatility is what makes you money, man. You don't want to seek out, you don't want to avoid volatility. Volatility is what allows you to get a stock cheaper and take profits. Volatility to the upside, volatility to the downside. So what we see here is a classic stage one. You know, we got our anchor point here, right there, and then we got 1, 2, 3, and 4 right on time. Price got above the 5-day exponential moving average, and that's what we're seeing. There's still a wide spread here, but this just starts the nibbling process. You know, they got to come together. The moving averages are a long ways off from that right now. Let me check something here. Doug says he's about to do a huge landscaping job this weekend. Nice. Beautiful. What's up, John? Steven, what's up? So that's where we're at. Man, I don't know if you saw what I put in Discord last night. That's that dude. It's so funny. He goes up to this guy. He's all covered in tattoos. Looks like a gangbanger. It's in California. The guy's got face tattoos, neck tattoos. And he's like, what's up, man? He's talking to him, and then in the middle of it, he's like, you talking like you want to get dropped. And man, to see that guy's reaction was so funny. So S&P's kind of trading like it wants to get dropped. Let's see. I think we've hit a bottom. Maybe not. If price comes back up, it's what I expected this week. If price comes back up into this box, you know, the box is still leaning down. Everything is still pointing down as far as the moving averages. You know, look, we got the 20 way up here. We got the 10. We got the 5. They're all pointing down. It's still a downtrend. What we're hoping is to catch this box here, you know, and then, of course, yesterday kind of rained on the parade of what was happening. We were building a box, and then, you know, it came back down. Now we're right here. So what I'm more concerned with is the price where it closes to make that box. And this is a good spot. One of the money flow tendencies where price has been before, it can go again, meaning on the way down, I assume it's going to stop where it stopped before. On the way up, I'm going to assume it's going to stop where it stopped before. I mean, you can see that it happens a lot, man. We got the RSI, we got the MACD telling us, the MACD says that the momentum to the upside or the downside is over for now. And as this ticks in, as this fills in, as it moves that way, you can kind of draw a slope on it. And that tells you where we're going. We need the stochastics to break out, and that'll probably be a full-on stage one. And if we look at Nucor, NUE, it's one of my buy and hold positions. It's actually a stock by my house, by the way. Nucor Steel, they operate near me. That's what you saw here. If we go down, what do you see? It's not quite broke out. It has turned. So we got that bottoming effect going on. Looks real good, though. Randy says he's about to make $800 on Saturday. Nice, sir. Nice. Yeah. I mean, I put out an email this morning. If you're on my email list, if you go to petersreport.com, you can get on that. I try to send out some emails just to bring people's attention to what I'm looking at. And oil was one we started adding to yesterday. Or was it the day before? I think it was yesterday. Same thing. I'm seeing a stage one. We could go read, banks say, well, if we're going into a recession, then economy's going to go down. And it's like, okay, I know all that. But that's not what I'm trading on. I'm trading on price. So I'm not trading on their report or economic data. I'm trading on price. I've learned that over the years, the market doesn't follow logic. Otherwise, all the smart people would be rich, and they're not. So they're not. So what I've tried to do is dumb this down. I don't need to do a lot of thinking. I just look for stage ones. Like over here, when it's a stage one, I didn't need to do a lot of thinking. I don't need a report from Wells Fargo, or I don't need any of that. I just need the money flow. So one of these bottoms will be the bottom. And if I wait on them, we'll be 20, 30% off the bottom when they're like, well, all economic data looks like things are going good now. And it's like, yeah, we already know. Market's up 20%. So price in the market will always be ahead of data. It almost always is ahead of data, meaning it's going to react quickly. Fear and greed is what's going to do it. Fear and greed. There's some news coming out in the oil sector next week on rig count. They're going to be talking in Saudi Arabia. So there's catalysts to send this higher. There's also catalysts to send it lower. So if nothing comes out, there's always a catalyst to do up or down, right? Price can only do three things. So what we see here is right now is a stage one forming. So you had your 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're 1, right? So that's this. So I'm always watching that, and I'm like, where are we at? Am I in a stage 4? Nope, not anymore. Why? Because I got an anchor point, and we're going sideways, and I'm above the 5-day moving average, 5-day, 10-day, 20 RSI support resistance MACD. So as I look at that and I run down the list, I say, where am I at? Well, it was in a stage 4. Then I put in an anchor point, and then price started getting up, and it got above the 5. Now I look over here, and I say, where's the MACD? And it's like, well, it turned right at the anchor point, and now stochastics breaking out. Buy. So that's my buy signal, man. It's not 6 out of 6. By the time it's 6 out of 6, we'll be breaking out above the 20-day moving average and off to the races. So look at that. Another completed move. One extreme to the next. And then look. One extreme to the next. And then look. One extreme to the next. Nice. Nice. Let's see. So that's ERX. Couple ways to play that. USO is the actual price of oil. Very easy way to watch oil. You could watch more complicated things. This is a very easy way to watch the price of oil. The chart tends not to be as nice as the stocks themselves. One of the things you want to keep when you're watching oil is like, where's oil in relation to oil stocks? Are they tracking together? So where's Exxon right now? Oh, wrong one. XOM. Where's Exxon? Stage 1. Now, would I buy much here in my buy and hold account? I would not. Warren Buffett is. I would not. It's not cheap enough for me to buy, but I will trade it. I would not buy Exxon shares here, though. But I might, if I was a new trader, if I was new to the stock market, just with the anticipation that it may go down to $50 or $40 or $20 in the future. And when it does, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy some more Exxon. So I've owned Exxon at $100 and something dollars. I've owned Exxon at $24. I liked Exxon at 24 and I liked it at 104. That, you got to get to where you're like that, man. So that's oil. Another one I mentioned in the email I'd be watching is the XLU, which is, woo-wee, they are still going. What is happening in the utilities? Look at this, is brutal, man. This is brutal. Stage 4 decline. We are now one extreme to the other, and then one extreme. Look at that. To the other. So, last big sell-off was good. Now, here's what's funny. We got long over here, if you remember. We started to break, and then we didn't. And then down we came. I didn't sell. I didn't figure this was that high of a price. So we came booming down. Started picking more back up, and then buying it up into here. And then ran. Then we took half of it down. Now what? It's selling off. So what am I looking for? I'm waiting for an anchor point. And that, my friends, is the money flow. I need the price volatility of that. The only way I can accumulate large shares in Duke, Edison, Southern Electric is from time to time I need these stocks to totally shit the bed. And if they don't, I can't get good prices. And that's what you see happening here. So when they pay me this next dividend, I'm going to be getting it for 60, 65, maybe 60. Shit, last time it was 77. So we're $10 cheaper, man. That's a big drop very quickly. This is a huge part of I have a lot of shares in this stuff too. This is the XLU. So I trade the UTSL, so a triple leveraged on this would be, but is it now? Nope. Look at this. Straight down. Straight down. Straight down. Straight down. Down. Everything is straight down. Where's the bottom? Probably right around in here. So all we're doing is waiting. What are you waiting for? First thing, you need a pivot point. You need the MACD to turn, just like you did here. So if we were to look where it turned, let's take that up. Look at that, right near the bottom. What do you bet? The RSI is extreme. Yep. So that's what we're waiting for to set up here. This is the patience play. And if we're traders, you could have shorted, but let's say you only trade to the long side. Well, let this set up, and then you try to catch a trade to the long side. If you're an investor, let this set up. You don't have to buy today. No rush. Buy the bottom. Let it stop, and then nibble on some shares. Man, it's almost easy. Let's see. Hall of Fame, MFG. What's up? Money Flow Gang. Let's see. Somebody in YouTube mentioned Tesla. I hadn't looked at Tesla in a while. Let's see what's up with Tesla. Still a stage 4 decline here. Still a stage 4. Price is all pointing down. TSI down. MACD still pointing down. And Stochastic's down. Down. The only thing you got going for you is it stopped here once before. So too soon yet, man. Too soon. I was going to read something here. Too soon there. Let's see. We'll Let's check out Bohr. It's up a little. Up a little. Not running away. Freeport McMoran. Up a little. So keep an eye on the, I added to the U Pro the other day. I'm pretty sure that the SPY had bottomed. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Keep an eye on the close. It's already come down since I've been on. We really want to see this close up into this box. If it's below it, then we can assume the stage 4 decline is still on. But as of right now, the technical indicators say we bottomed and we should turn and go higher. Let's turn on comments on Instagram for just a second. Let's see. What's up, Instagram? What's up, Curvy? Hey, if you guys don't have my course Getting Started with Stock Charts, I got it on sale till Monday. Or Sunday night, excuse me. Gerald, thoughts on Dig and Doug? By the way, how is your place in Florida? It's a shit show, so I don't want to talk about Florida. Dig and Doug are verse and inverse. Let's look at Dig. Yeah, so Dig is the ultra. I trade the ERX. You could trade Gush. And then Doug is the opposite of these. These are fine if you're trying to trade positional methods. Obviously, I like trying to trade the shit to one direction. If you have if you just look at this has just been in a downtrend. So if we look at Doug on a weekly, I don't know. If you have a short thesis, then yeah, you could use that. I don't know, man. I can't see shorting oil right now. Maybe because of you, I don't know. You think, we're going to use less because we go into recession, but I don't know. Check out Cody Sanchez. She has same thoughts on Robert Kiyosaki. Why do I need to check her out, man? I already know. I knew that before she did. Let's see. Cody Sanchez to check me out. Let's see. Let's look into mortgage REITs had gotten smashed. AGNC. Whew, no, man. Why would you nibble, man? You ain't even hit a bottom yet. I just did a whole class and you just fucked it up. I just wasted 30 minutes of my day right there. So I just explained for 30 minutes how to catch the bottom, and you, sir, did not do any of it. Still pointing down. There is no, that's your anchor point, but you got a couple days yet. No, I would not. This is, you need to go figure out why this is happening. Make sure you intellectually understand why this is happening. Because sometimes once you go read it, you be like, okay, we got a minute here. We got a minute. Why are institutional traders dumping this like a hot potato? So we need to know. I like AGNC, by the way. I've been through a lot of ups and downs with AGNC, but I would not buy here. It's going lower, man. It's going lower. Let's see. It is going lower. Check out ET. Let's see. I like ET. I got a large position in ET. Yeah, it's an oil stock. It's a stage 1. I like it. I owned it a lot lower. So I'm not a buyer here, but if I didn't own any, I was trying to build it out, I would. Is there any way we can see full screen the chart you're sharing? I'm only able to see half. Well, close one eye, sir. If you close one eye, then you're able to see all of it. So, yes, you can, but then I can't read the comments. And I was just doing that, sir. For 30 minutes, I had the phone turned like this so that you could look at it. And now I'm taking questions. So if it's okay with you, if I could conduct my class and maybe you just be quiet and listen. That's an option too. Or you could do a class and I could sit in your class and fucking critique you. That's an option too. So let me know when you're doing your class so I can sit in there and heckle and yell things out at you. Hey, you could adjust the lighting, sir. Hey, let me see the ticker symbol. Why don't I just come to your house and push the buttons for you? Would that help you? Yes, perfect. Thanks. That's my exact question. I don't have a position yet. Was going to buy at this level, but I think it's going to fall further. Oh, yeah, it's falling further. So wait for the bottom. Now, ET, I think is, I believe oil stocks are going up because this is a stage one. That's how I trade. I don't really have intellectual thoughts. A lot of you guys are smart and you're like, oh, I think this is going to happen. Okay, well, unlike you, I don't have a fucking crystal ball, and I actually have no fucking opinion where the market is going. I have no clue. No fucking idea. I don't give a shit what banks think or Goldman Sachs. This is all I know. I'm a very simple man. Very simple things make me excited. Very simple things make me happy. Okay? I just need the wind to blow. Sideways up, sideways down. That's all I'm looking for. Sideways. I'm a buyer on sideways. And so I measure that up against my portfolio. I measure that up against my portfolio and then I see where I got weak spots, and that's what I look to fill. Do you think Nancy Pelosi's husband really knows what he's doing with Apple, Microsoft? I think the fact that I don't know, man. I'm going to leave my comments to myself. I've never actually looked at all, ever, what Nancy Pelosi or her husband are buying. I really don't give a shit. I also don't run filters or do 80 of the other things that a lot of you guys do on a daily basis. So I don't know what Nancy Pelosi's doing. Don't really give a shit, to be honest. I think that's a TikTok thing. So if you're a TikTok trader, I guess you follow Nancy Pelosi. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't care. I think the new anchor is 1050, right, Uncle G? Oh, we talking about ET? No, the anchor would be right here. The confirmation would be day 4, which would be right around in here, if that's what we're talking about, ET. Let's see. I don't see you getting ET at $7 or $8. I could be wrong, man. I could be totally wrong. Am I adding to dash here? Let's see. And I'm just kidding, sir, about the screen. Your suggestion was a good one. I was just giving you a hard time. You could. I don't know. I'm not today. Okay, I did the other day. I did right here, and I haven't today. But you could. You could. Don't get upset, Pato 1008. That's a cool handle, by the way. I need to add 1008 to mine. Full auto 11112467. Let's see. I can tell Gerald is frustrated today. Those questions Google handle. Let's see. Thoughts on DS at the moment. I would not touch DS at the moment. I would not buy DS at the moment. I would let that thing settle and see what's going to happen. Although there's a lot of people who've made money following Nancy Pelosi. I would just be careful with that kind of strategy in life. Let's see. Can yours to speak Russian? Yes, sir. I'm very fluent in Russian. Is it time of class? Thanks for being a guy. Pato. Okay. Yeah, nibble is the name of the game. Let's look at DVAX. That's a biotech. Okay, I like this chart. DVAX. We've traded this one a bunch of times. I like it. Thoughts on AR? Wouldn't touch it right now. They're going downtown. AR. Sorry, AR. Yeah, AR looks all right. I don't know. There's an article out in. No, we're not buying Wish, man. Come on, man. We got to buy some shit that we think could actually stay in business in a recession. I would put most of my focus for all you guys that are mobbed up in growth stocks. Now is the time for you to adult, to get into adulting. And first step, have your mom stop paying your cell phone bill. I would start there, and then I would stop buying growth stocks for a minute and take advantage of these dividend stocks being on sale. We can get back to growth stocks later. We got plenty of time. Is Hanes Brands, I mean, what are they going out of business to now? Let's see. I don't know that I would call that tanking, sir. It's being a little drama there. It's 2.8%. So all the high dividend stocks are down if you haven't noticed. So Southern Electric is down 1.5%. AG&C, these are all high yield stocks. All the high yield stocks are getting crushed. I don't know if I'd call it tanking, but it is down 2%. Let's see. Growth when Fed stabilize rates right now. It's all about yield. Yeah. We're going to come back to growth. And maybe pick one or two. I'm not saying avoid all of them. Like I like Uber. I'm going to use the weakness to build Uber, but I also have a 2, 3, 4, 5 year window here. So I'm not abandoning growth. Right now, you can't, these yields, I mean, even if they cut dividends right now, they're not going to stay cut, and they're going to go back to growing them when things return. So you're getting a good price here. What's a good broker for dividends? I would think any of them that you can buy stocks in, you can buy for dividends. So whichever brokerage you're using, as long as you can buy the stock, you're good. SPG. Simon Property Group. That one's really not tanking, so that's a good sign. Wow, look at WPC. Jeez, that is brutal. $88, elevator straight down. All right, Kirby, we're going to look at Verizon. Calm down. Let's see. No, ma'am. I would have told you yes here, but not here. I would wait. Let's give this a minute. Is AT&T doing the same? Jesus. I may be bankrupt by the time we get done with this live. AT&T may have bottomed. Verizon's... Let's see. Yep. Ooh, I like this. If I wasn't in BX, I'd be buying some BX. It is possible I'll be bankrupt by the time we get off this live, though. The way those things are dropping. Between Florida, hurricanes in Florida, and stock market crash, I may not be with you guys very long. I like this. If I wasn't in BX, I got a lot of BX. If I wasn't in it, I do like this price, though. I would go to, if you're new to all of this stuff, man, go over to my page 18 on my thing. We'll just go through the newsletter. You'll see what I'm doing. But I like these in any condition, anytime, anywhere, anything that's going on. The dogs of the Dow are always my starting point for stocks. Starting point for stocks. Starting point. This where I would start is in the dogs of the Dow, and then for dividends. And I got a little video here you can watch if you're not too busy spooning or other things that you're doing. You could watch it. And these are my buy and holds. And what I'm trying to do is grow this number. Now, I will tell you that even though stocks have come down, this number has actually gone up. So as long as that number stays good, that's the number I'm concerned with, and that's the income these stocks generate. Okay? So the prices of these are going to go up and down. All I'm going to do is lay the money flow over them and add to them. That's the game plan. So once I put them in there, I keep them in there. That's not trading, though. Okay, that's just called dividend investing, And my strategy is to pick them up when they're on sale. I hope that makes sense. DLR. DLR. I'm in this Digital Realty Trust. I have not added in a very, very long time because I bought it much lower. This I may be looking at adding DLR. I'm not sure what the fair value is because I haven't looked at this in a while. If somebody can look on Morningstar, we could see. But I do like this stock, man. I'm in that stock, so nobody knows what blue oval means, man. Ford is not a ticker symbol, sir. That's the name of a car manufacturer. I am in Bark, and we're still in this for a trade. I'm in this for a trade. So this is a stage 1, and my target is $26. So we put that out. Let's see. Sugar Lumps 182. Now, we don't know if that's a male or a female. I'd like to think Sugar Lumps is a woman. I could be wrong. Let's see. He wants to look at Devon Energy. Yes, stage 1. Same. All the energy stocks are stage 1. I'm a stage 1. 43V3RBL35553D says, if anybody wants to follow that count, I can repeat the handle. Just real quick, write this down. 43V3RBL35553D says, man, this is really starting to feel like a long drawn out bear market. Yes, sir. Bear markets last 18 months to 2 years. I don't know why you went all the way back to 2000. That's a pretty far one. But we've had other bear markets since then, but I guess it's a little different. A little different. Uber's actually profitable. Most of these stocks are profitable. Let's see. Oh, okay. Sugar Lumps 182 is a male. I'm not even going to go any further on that. I don't want to get in trouble. Let's see. Oh man, what's wrong with me? Let's look at Visa. Ooh, yeah. God, there are so many, man. It's I don't even know where to start, man. We got Sugar Lumps there. We got Visa here. Let's just nibble. Small time real estate, what's up, man? I'll answer a question that I had today from someone that was at my last live event at my house. And if you ever come to one of those, I give you my cell phone number. And if you ever have a question, you just hit me up and I answer it. And she sent me a question. She said, hey, Gerald, stock market's low. I'm saving to buy a property. I'm thinking about putting that money that I'm saving into the stock market to help me get the property. I'm not a big fan of that idea. A lot of times that'll backfire and you never get the property. Let's say we do go into a 2-year bear market. Let's say it doesn't necessarily go up or down. Maybe it just goes sideways and down a little and then rallies up and then it goes sideways a little more. And it just grinds over time, 9% down this year. Then it rallies up and we're only down 15%. Then it grinds down next year. And you have this 2-year malaise of where over the 2 years, ultimately we're down 9%. Next year we're down 20%. That person's getting further and further and further away from getting the property. I would not do that. And the other point that I made is if the stock market continues to come lower, housing prices will come down with it. Okay, that's just, they tend to follow each other. Not always, but, and then you add increased interest rates. So you're probably not going to have to save as much as you think. If the prices are coming lower while you're saving, the spread is getting closer faster. Does that make sense? So I would not put money that I need to buy a house into the stock market. That's a horrible idea. Unless it's 5 years from now, 10 years from now, that would be one thing. But no. Let's see. What's up, Austin? I would not put money for a house because then you just, guess what? You just got squirreled. You were like, I'm just a huge believer in straight line, Is this straight lining me to my goal, or is this sidetracking me on my goal? So I would stack cash, and I would dribble into the stock market and stack cash. If my goal was to start a business, buy a property, don't let the market take you off of that goal. Nothing wrong with playing a little bit. Take advantage, play a little bit, but I wouldn't get off track. I've seen that go bad many, many, many. Man, I had a bunch of people that had money in growth stocks and they wanted to buy a property, and guess what happened to growth stocks? Guess who's not getting a property? And now properties are going to be on sale and they don't have the cash. So no, I would not put it in the market if I'm going to be buying the property within the next 3 years. We talked about rates and mortgage values this morning. Yep. So I think the pressure, I don't see any collapse, but the pressure is to bring them down, just like the market's coming down. Let's see. Yep. God, boy, I don't even want to log in. Jesus. Let's see. All right. If I am bankrupt and this is my last podcast, I'll do one from my lawyer's office. Could have an anchor point here. Yeah. So that's my idea. I mean, maybe I'll end up being wrong. I would wait. Oh, that was you. Hey, how you doing? Thoughts on upcoming recession? Yes, I think there's a recession coming. Do you think we will see one in 2023? Probably so. Now, we won't. I'm not going to. You might see one. I'm not seeing one. Short duration bills. I don't know about that, sir. I mean, look at the 20-year treasury. It's just been straight down. So, I mean, honestly, the only asset that's not going down right now is cash. Cash is actually going up. And you're like, well, it's eroding away. Is it? I don't know about that. I mean, look at the dollar. Looks like it's going up to me. So, yes, inflation's getting it, but since I'm not buying toothpaste with it, I'm buying properties. If properties are going down and the dollar's going up, don't I want to have dollars? So, this is a dollar chart. This is the chart of the US dollar, which means the value of the dollar is going up. It's been going up. And so, if stocks are coming down and dollars are going up, I would just hold my dollars. What's a productive weekend you would recommend to a rookie investor do? I don't know, man. Anything I could do to make money. That's the most important thing you can do on the weekend. Make money. Find a way to make some money, man. I wish they would just hike it 2%, get over with. Let's get the crash rather than a slow grind endlessly. Yes, but the advantage of the slow grind is it gives us time. It gives us time to do things, to build positions, those kind of things. We get time. I mean, it's going to take me a while to get all the Uber that I would like, man. Oh, look at Uber's green today. Of course it is. And by the way, this is not a stage one. You see how everything's pointing down? This is still a stage 4 decline. We do have the little tick of the Mac, but let's see. He said rent a power washer and go door to door. Now, I did similar activities. I mowed yards. We didn't have like Uber and all that shit, or I probably would have done things like that. There's so many websites out there on like hustles. I'm old. I don't know what people do anymore for that kind of stuff. What chart are we looking at? Says Magic Mountain Mike. I'm going to assume Mike smokes a lot of weed in the woods and the mountains. We're looking at Uber, sir. Wait until next Q1 when we got info on the values being down and mainstream media takes off. We'll see. I don't know. I got mixed feelings on housing prices. What stock for the dollar again? The UUP. I like Uber. You can now drive for Uber without using your own car, by the way. So if you're looking for a trade, if you want to trade with me, Money Flow Gang, we got long Bark, and I'm taking a shot that the market has bottomed. kind of looking like it temporarily, and that we could get a run up into this 240, 260 range, make a few bucks. I've got a stop on this. We got stopped out of a couple penny trades here a while back for a loss. That's called trading. I got to stop right around in there, and I'm looking for it to run up into like this range in here. And that's the money flow, right? Sideways up, sideways down, sideways. Another trade I would be looking at is anything in oil. If you're looking to trade, you do realize how lazy people are until you do Uber Eats. I can imagine. A buddy of mine told me he spent $3,000 on Uber Eats, DoorDash, and things in 1 month. 3,000. Let's see, what stock for the dollar again? Bark has a beautiful setup. Yep, I'm trading this. I don't know it's going to go up. I'm just trading the pattern, okay? I honestly don't know a lot about the company. I went and did some basic scanning that I do. The technicals are set up. I went and looked at the fundamentals. Is this a legitimate business? They're like, yeah, they got 1 million customers. They're working with Chewy. Other animal stocks were setting up. This was just the cheapest one for me to get in. So, it's highly speculative. It's a penny stock. So, this is not a buy and hold. This is just a trade. If it breaks down, I'm going to get out. That's trading. 3K in 1 month on food. What the fuck, is he a bear? Well, hey, it's expensive, man. He's got a family, man. Got a family of folks, man. They like to eat. They smoke a lot of weed, so they get hungry. Weed smokers eat a lot, man. Let's see. And hey, you were like, man. They're like, hey, man, you want anything from Taco Bell? And you're like, man, I'll just take a taco. Okay. Anybody else want anything? There you go. It's $100. Hey, anybody thirsty? Bam, they deliver you a big gulp. Hey, man, anybody need anything? Like, that's all you got to do all day long, and then pretty soon you're $3,000. Kirby said, tell me about it. Smoke a lot, eat a lot, but yes, it was skinny. That's it, man. You shouldn't give stoners cell phones. Just another sign that money is everywhere, huh? Yeah. Funny, I'm 3 days off of smoking, GP. And I bet you've eaten a lot less too, sir. But now his head hurts because the reality of the world is creeping in on him. And you're like, dude, I got to go back to smoking. This shit hurts. My go-to in my days was frozen pizzas, the little tostonis, the little ones. They used to be 99 cents a pizza, man. I would fucking cook one of those, eat the whole thing myself. Super healthy for you, by the way. That's about it. Let me give you one you might not be in that I've been in for many, many, many years now that all the high yield is crashing. It's called Pennant, P-N-N-T, Pennant Park Investment Corporation. I've been in this one for many, many years. They're fixing to pay their dividend next week. My dividend's going to be $200 and something. That will literally buy me 50 something shares, which is hard to imagine. I was in this during COVID as well, where it fell to $1.50. And it was one of the great buying opportunities of my time. And instead of people buying these, a lot of people quit the money flow gang. Think of that. And they all had some excuse. Oh, I got to focus on work. I can't look at the stock market when I'm working. So they all had some excuse. What it was is that shit went from $5 to $1. And people have a very hard time in their head when that shit happens. And I understand because I've wanted to cry here too. But I have no choice. I can't say I got to focus on work because I don't have a job. So I can't have that excuse. So I just had to buy some shit. That's all I can do. Then I bought some more because that's what I do. I'm just kind of a stupid guy. I just stupidly buy stage ones. I don't have any. And they're like, why? I don't know. That's what I do. And but look at all the economic data, how bad it is. I know. It's terrible. And I just bought it anyway. And then we went from there to up here. That was pretty nice. That was 600% return. But a lot of people didn't buy it. They quit the money flow gang. They didn't buy Pentateuch Park. They quit. And then it went here. They quit. It went here. So tons of those did. And this will too. This will turn and it'll go up. So keep that in mind, man. How much money do you have in your dividend portfolio, GP? Well, sir, I had about $1 million, but now it's down to about $650. So down probably about 300,000 in my dividend portfolio. Can you look at Upstart? That's a huge failure. Show me what happened. Upstart? Well, sir, that's the name of a company, not a ticker symbol. I wish I had $1 gazillion. That would be awesome. You'd be like, look at this. I got $1 gazillion. You ever seen $1 gazillion? I think it's the ticker symbol's up, is what you were trying to say. No, it's not, is it? What's the ticket symbol for Upstart? Oh, UPST. Let's see. If this is your only failure in life, you're doing pretty good. This is not really a failure. It's called all growth stocks on planet Earth went down. So why would you call this a failure? Are you calling me a failure? Are you calling all of us that held our growth stocks failures? Is that what you're trying to say? We're all failures in life to you? Because we're still holding these stocks? What if I was holding PayPal? Does that make me a failure? No, growth stocks went down, bro. Growth stocks went down. It's in a downtrend. These are growth stocks. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. Hey, I'm down 95% and it's depressing. Well, could be worse. You could own a house in Florida and it was fucking destroyed. Then you wouldn't even care about the Exilia stock. You wouldn't even care. You'd be trying to swim right now. Yeah, if you're holding all growth stocks, it hurts. That's the way it is. But you're not underwater. If you were in Florida, you wouldn't even be caring about these stocks. You'd be floating. So it's all relative. Let's see. You only care because something else bad didn't happen to you. Something worse happened to you. You wouldn't even talk about that stock today. You wouldn't even bring it up. The only reason you're bringing it up is you got good, ain't nothing wrong in your life, man. People will be like, oh, I'm yelling in this stock. And I'm like, well, if I broke your nose right now, you probably wouldn't even think about it. So maybe we keep it in perspective. Pretty much on everything, right? I got buddies that are rich. I mean rich. Like so rich. And they'll be like, they didn't put foam in my coffee. This is bullshit. And I'm like, is that really your problem? That you didn't get foam in your coffee? Well, I ordered foam. I should get what I ordered. Okay, I guess. Like, that's their problems. So we could have worse problems. Keep it in mind. That's all I'm saying. Keep everything in mind. There's people that are hurting. Now, that doesn't make your pain any less real. So, by the way, not getting foam in your coffee can really fuck up your day. And you did pay for it, true enough. So, we don't want to give them a pass on the foam, but let's keep it in. A lot of great opportunities to open up in Florida hurricane, just chance to reset. Oof. That's true, and it hurts at the same time. One man's foreclosure is another man's opportunity, and that is the crazy part of the world, man. So remember that. So if you never owned a house in Florida, it could be an opportunity. If you owned one, it kind of sucked, right? Same in stocks. If you own the stock way up here and now it's down here, it kind of sucks. If you never bought it, you might be like, damn, 21 looks like a good price. Is it good or does it suck? All depends on your perspective. The more you can step away from your perspective and just see the perspective. In other words, this could be a good deal, and you can't see it because of what you paid for it. So one man could be selling a junk car, give it to my man Rich here. He's online. Next thing you know, he's selling it for 50, 60,000. One man's junk is another man's treasure. It's just how you see it, man. And it's hard. I'm not saying it's easy. Hey, GP Ken, what's your thoughts on SPY getting ready to touch on the weekly? Oof. Damn. My man went deep on the weekly. Let's see. Yep. I don't really jump out into the weekly much on the SPY, but yeah. I mean, it's there. Oof. I don't know that we can, use that as a. It rarely touches it, So I don't know what to make of that. I know we've had a rough. Year, right? 2020 is the top, and we've been straight down since. Now, something to keep in mind. Even though the market's gone straight down since, you notice the little pushes? And you can have these all the way down. And inside of that, when we go to the daily, what you're going to see is price doing this. And then it goes lower, right? And then it goes sideways, and then it runs up, and then it goes sideways, and then it goes lower. And you get these excessive lows. And the thing is, you're still money flowing. It's just the trend has changed to the downside. Same when you money flow in an uptrend. It'll do the opposite of that. It'll almost like stair climb, And that's just the wackiness of the market. And if you're a short-term trader, if you can watch it, if you can feel momentum, most of the good day traders I know, the ones that are actually good at it, can feel the momentum change in the stock market. Back in the day, they used to call that tape reading. You ever try to tape read? Just stare at your television. I do this all the time. I'll just stare at the ticker, and I just try to feel it. And they used to, literally, this was a trading style back in the day. Go back, look in the bucket shops. Go back and read Reminiscence of a Stock Operator, where they used to trade inside of bucket shops and stuff, where you would trade on margin, and they would just stare at the ticker. And what they're trying to do is get a feel for it. So you're seeing green, and you notice, okay, they're all tech stocks. So, okay, tech is going up, right? And you just start getting a feel for where the market is, and you start to feel all the different sectors. You're like, oh, all the utilities are red, right? And you can see that in your head, and you're feeling the ticker tape as it goes by. And then all of a sudden, you can start to see it turn. What was down negative 50 cents is now only down 30 cents. And then, a few minutes later, it's down a nickel, and then it goes green. You can just see the momentum turning through watching the ticker. That's what they used to call it, tape reading. Nobody tape reads anymore, but yeah. Don't be surprised if AG&C cuts the dividend, though. Anytime these stocks get a big move down, they look for reasons to cut the dividend. Let's check on Coke. Big down move. Coke is now trading, according to Morningstar, at a fair price, but it's a lot cheaper than it was. I like it here. Yeah, HD is one we were talking about the other day. We were looking at the bottom of the market, and look at that. It's headed up. We talked about this on our YouTube live. There's our pivot point. Price got back above it, back into the box. There's our buy. Boom, boom, bada bing. This is one that if I was short-term trading, I might buy some options on. I might, because it's so expensive, maybe, and I'm trading. I'm trying to get up into the 300 range. That's it. Bam, bam, if I'm trading. If I'm an investor, I'm picking up some here, and then I'm going to just pick up some here, and I'm just watching the stages, right? And that's a perfect money flow pattern if you look at it. And it's like, how do you want to use it is up to you. Maybe you're into French kissing. Maybe you're not. Maybe you don't like saliva. I don't know. Everybody's into something different. And, there it is. There it is. That's it right there. Maybe you're not into that. I don't know. Let's see. That's it, man. That's all I got. Look at that. That's a lot of money flow. What ticker is that? It's not a ticker. It's Home Depot. Anyway, you guys have a good Friday. Anything I can do? If you don't have my Getting Started with Stock Charts course, I got it on sale till Sunday night, man. since everything else is on sale, since stocks are on sale, let's make everything on sale. Let's see. Anything I can do to help you, let me know, man. Don't lose faith. Take your time. Drip. We got our whole lives, man. We got our whole lives, man. Okay? If people, call 911 if you need help, man. If somebody's looking at you weird, rubbing against you or something, call 911. Don't let them do that. It's a good course. Oh, thanks, David. What's up, David? Did GP just say the company name? Did I say Home Depot? All right, Kirby, hold on. We're going to look at Microsoft and then we'll go. Let's see. Ooh. It's setting up, man. Look at that. That is a stage 1 box. Ooh. And you could trade some options on this too. This is what I would look for. Big cap stock, solid company, probably bottomed. The S&P is probably near a bottom. We could easily get a bounce. That's when I like to trade the more speculative things. Something like that, because you could easily get a bounce and it runs up to 265 and then turns right around and we head back down like we're going to do for the next year or two. So as you're trying to trade, keep all that in mind, that big picture. Where's the wind? Is it at our back? Does it look like it's bottoming? To me, the SPY looks like it's bottoming. We'll see what happens on the close. Monday will probably tell us more because all the short-term traders are going to sell off into the weekend. So, and then like Keith said, this is worth at least 300. So if you don't even own it, this is a good buy and hold spot, but it's also a great spot to take a trade. Let's say you own a bunch and you follow this closely and you believe like, Keith, this is a $300 stock. Well, we got some easy targets for trading. So as a or as an investor, I can look and say, okay, maybe I don't want to buy any because I got a shit ton and I bought it at 140. So in my buy and hold, I don't necessarily want any more Microsoft because I'm trying to pick up some whatever. But in my trading account, because I'm so familiar with this stock, I might put a stop here and I'm hoping to catch a bounce. And so investors can become some of the best traders. Traders have a very hard time becoming investors. Get it? Because I can take a guy, because some people just naturally have this long vision of everything. They just naturally buy and hold. And then with those people, I can talk them into trading. I can be like, look, we're just going to, bang, bang. It's a little flip over here. Traders, it is very difficult to get them to leave their buy and hold alone. They want to play with it. They want to fucking add this and that. They can't help it. That's what trading is, right? So it's a process to go from a trader to a long-term investor. Take time, man. Go in the bathroom and hug yourself and be like, you can do it. Like talk nice to yourself, man. It really is true. It's hard to take a shoe flipper or a house flipper and turn them into buy and hold landlords. But it's not that hard to take a buy and hold landlord and go, well, do the same shit you're doing, just make it nicer. Oh, right? You see, they can, it's a much easier transition, in my opinion. Now, everybody's an individual, so some people are going to do things quick and easy. And if you can get both, oh, look at Kirby bragging. She's like, I bought yesterday. I bought the absolute low. Let's look. Look at that. She bought the box, stage 1. Goodbye, ma'am. Goodbye. That is a... and if it goes lower, wait for the next one. Just buy those your whole life. Just pick those up. Set the dividend to drip. When your dividends get big, set them to go to cash so you can control where they go. When they get big. When they're small, just drip it. It don't really matter. But when you start getting $200, $300 dividends, you might want the cash so that you could, or sometimes I'll turn them off. Like I turned off my drips in oil because it was silly to be paying to get $104 oil when I could just give me the cash. I'm going to buy some Hanes brands. So, just food for thought, man. GP, you changed my life. Well, that's good, man. I'm happy to hear that. Let's see. That's it, man. If anybody's in New Orleans this week, hit me up. I'll be out and about. You guys be good. Sorry, YouTube. I'm on one screen here, so it's hard for me to see if anybody sent me anything. My parents held deer in the 2008 crash. Guess what? They came back. Right. Now imagine if his parents would have held in that, and they probably did buy, I don't know, but if they did, that would have been beautiful, right? Yep, they are cheap. They can get a lot cheaper. I've seen prices go to, like, you just want to go outside and puke, even though you're like, oh, hang in there, guys. You yourself want to puke. It's not easy to deal with. And as your account gets larger, it's not any easier, man. It's crazy. To say that I'm down 350 in something, it's like I can remember when I didn't even have 350. So to be down that much it's a little bit of a mind fuck. I'm gonna be honest, but it's just the way it is. It's the way it goes. I mean, I remember when I hit 100,000 and we had a 50% collapse, and my 100 became like 45, and you're thinking, fuck. And then then adding the next run up, you get to 210, 215, because the next 3-4 years it goes up, and you're adding. And then you do it again, and then this drop isn't 45,000. This time you're down, 60, 70, and you're like, oh my God. So each progressive time, if you stay with it, theoretically, the numbers get larger and larger and larger. And I can't even imagine being like, I got a buddy who's got like 10 million I can't even, he's down millions just to get a dividend. That can play with your mind. Yeah, man. MMM setting up. All these are setting up. So keep the faith. Do what you can do. If you're in a situation where you can't buy any, if you have a way to buy partial, do that. Even if it's just $10. You should open an M1 finance account if you have to. Or just put it in your account, $10, $10 till you can buy a share. Stay with the flow, and the money will come back. I've been through that many times in my life where I can't. I got a real estate problem. I got a job problem, kids sick, something, and I just can't add. But don't give up on it. Stay with it. Stay in the flow. And what you think about comes about. What you focus on